with many of the other wrestling companies out there, you hear them saying things like they want to give the women a bigger role in the show and they want to have a women's revolution and really emphasize women's wrestling. One of the things that I admire about Lucha Underground is that they don't really talk about it. They just do it. They just put their women in big spots and big roles and big stories, and they deliver, and they feel like a natural, important part of the show. They even go as far as having them wrestle the men, which to me is such a radical idea, but it's worked out beautifully for them. The Trios Championship match, where Ivelisse became one of the first Trios champions, is a huge example of that. But when you look at the women in Lucha Underground, Sexy Star has been really their big centerpiece as far as the women characters go. And in season 2, she had that feud with Mariposa coming off of her being abducted by Marty in season 1. So it only felt natural to do this match. This didn't feel like they were trying to force a revolution or they were trying to make some kind of a statement by putting the women in a big role. This felt like a natural continuation and evolution of the story that they were trying to tell, and this feud was wonderfully done and absolutely perfect from start to finish, with Sexy Star having to try and find her courage again. And here we are, we get to this match, no Mas match, Aztec medallion on the line, with all the build-up and all the emotions and all the implications tied to it. This match paid off so well, it downright shocked me in how amazing the match really was, to how violent it was, to how intense it was, to how both women really poured their heart and souls into this match. And again, you had a wonderful underdog babyface in Sexy Star that you really wanted her to win this match and ultimately overcome her oppressors. And you got involvement from Marty the Moth and the Mac, which felt great. And again, tying all the elements of the story together, it felt appropriate for the Mac and for Marty the Moth to get involved. Every time Marty got involved, I booed like crazy. And then when the Mac came in to stop him, I cheered like crazy. So it worked beautifully, and it worked the way it was supposed to work. And the match was great even without this one spot, but the real icing on top was that moment where the referee put the mic in front of Sexy Star, asked her if she wanted to quit, and she yelled and loud and proud, "Fuck you!" And really one of the greatest moments in Lucha Underground to date. Really, really terrific. And I jumped out of my chair and started cheering. The crowd was going nuts. It was amazing. It was really an amazing moment, and the type of thing that you don't see in most other wrestling shows. Most other wrestling shows won't cross that line and go into that realm to really, not just say F you just for the sake of saying F you, but really take the feud, take the story, and really punctuate the story with the right amount of emotion and flair. And this spot was really just perfect for this situation and really made this match memorable, more memorable than most other matches that you see nowadays. And by the time it was done, you loved Sexy Star and you were happy that she won, which is really what matters most in pro wrestling. So another huge match for Lucha Underground, and one where the women really got to shine.